Welcome to ISB Insight, Professor DVR Seshadri. You're the director for the Centre for Business Markets, a brand new initiative at the Indian School of Business. Could you tell us a bit about how this journey started and how the idea for the centre came about?
First, thank you for the opportunity to talk about this center. Actually, it's a very new initiative, as you recognized. Also, it's something which has been in the offing for quite some time. I have spent most of my academic career of about 20 years in B2B marketing, and the Dean of ISB himself is a veteran academic and very highly reputed academic in B2B marketing. So when I was joining the institute about 3 years back, he said that we need to start this center. By then also there is an institute called the Institute for Study of Business Markets that's anchored in Penn State University in USA. They've been around for about 30 years, a little bit more than 30 years. And they wanted to expand their footprint to this part of the world, primarily Asia. They were very excited that ISB could actually be the host institution. So the idea is to create a platform with faculty from across the world who specialize in B2B marketing. And on this platform, we'll also onboard, maybe ideally over the period of next 3 or 4 years, 200 or 300 companies, mostly large corporates in India, also several large SMEs, maybe the government, PSUs. The government also buys and sells a lot of very high ticket items, and also the various institutions, including NGOs. So the spectrum of organizations that could benefit from this platform is very large. And the reason that this is a very exciting initiative is in India there is nothing like this. I'll even venture to say in Asia there is nothing like this. And the whole idea is to raise the level of awareness on the latest tools, latest insights, latest practices that exist in the developed world, and bring it to the emerging market so that we can actually lift the level of the whole industry and practice of B2B marketing.
What are some themes within B2B marketing that you're hoping to explore with the centre?
The CBM will cater to, of course, the downstream of an organization, which is marketing and sales, also upstream of purchasing. And if you take all these, it's a huge ocean. There are, for example, things like how do you manage channels. Then there is a whole tsunami that is coming up, which is about digitization and the way that B2B sales and marketing and purchasing is done is going through a sea change thanks to the digital transformation. Then there is value migration. How do you create value? How do you communicate the value? How do you capture the value? And many companies struggle with these, so they end up actually fighting for orders in B2B markets on purely price, which is a terrible thing to do, because then you're gifting away a lot of value to your customers. How do you configure the channels so that you actually create value? A very important aspect of B2B is how do you understand the market? This all comes under the realm of what is called market sensing, and it covers things like market insight. How do you decode customers' requirements well before they need it? How do you decode the competitors' moves, and many other aspects. Okay, and then we are also going to be looking at how do you come up with solutions for customers, because the whole world has transitioned from commodities to products to services to solutions and then experiences and transformation. So this is an ongoing journey, and so long as you're in the realm of products and commodities, which a lot of B2B transactions in our country end up to be, you're not going to be able to leverage on the price. So the whole move towards solutions, coming up with innovations which keep you ahead of competition, And what we are trying to do here is also not just the learning sessions, we are also going to customize. So some company says, hey, our realities are different. So we would actually go and write some cases, use those cases for the pedagogy of creating a learning environment in that organization. As we speak, several organizations have said, can you do customized offerings for us?
What are some ways in which the center might engage with the public sector?
The problems from the B2B marketing, sales and purchasing perspective are really not very different for a public sector and a corporate. It's just that the ownership and the governance mechanisms may be different. For example, if you take a company like BHEL, which is a public sector, or NTPC, or many others, their realities are no different from somebody else like a Siemens or Tata Power and so on. From that perspective, I think the Center for Business Markets will be actually a very, very welcome intervention for them, because they have been brutally losing talent to the private sector and corporate. They've also been brutally commoditized with the global competition.
Could you tell us a bit more about the CBM program that's coming up?
The day's event will culminate with a panel discussion where we hope to have 3 top CXO level executives from large corporates and 3 top academics. And we are going to discuss on what are the problems that the industry is facing and how deep understanding of the state-of-art insights that are available across the developed world in the broad area of B2B marketing and sales can help those companies. So this will be a freewheeling panel discussion for about 90 minutes. Soon after that, with a day's break, on 29th of April, we start a 3-day program on value creation through marketing insights. So how do you actually create a culture in an organization by which you tap into whatever is happening in the relevant ecosystem, whether it is competition or government or technology or customers or markets or regulation or whatever else it is, and then come up with insights that can help your company to surge ahead. And that's being delivered by Professor Liam Fahey, who is coming in from US. He's sort of a global authority on crafting market insights, and also it will be co-taught by our Dean, Professor Raj Srivastav. After a gap of about 6 weeks, we have a program on digital transformation. This will be followed in quick succession by other programs. Roughly, we hope to have 10 or 12 programs during the first year. The way we have conceived this, the launch event on 27th April is open for all, anybody who's interested in B2B markets. So we'd like to actually welcome you to that event, and I'm sure that it will be extremely thought-provoking, and it will also set for you a clear agenda on how you'd like to take forward the initiative to enhance the level of understanding of how to succeed in business markets. Look forward to see you at ISB-CBM, various events starting from the launch event on 27th April.